If you got the one chance to go back in time and fix something that happened, it was so horrible, and it's hard to think about even as you're an adult. If you got the chance to go back in time and fix that, would you do it? Despite the ramifications it could have, altering the present, would you still take the chance to fix that one wrong? So for today's video on lessons we learned through anime, we're going to talk about Erased. Erased is a show where this young man has this powers called revival, I do believe. He can go back in time for a few seconds or whatever, and he uses this for minor inconveniences and whatnot. But one day he ends up going way back to before a tragic event played out with one of his classmates, where she was actually unalived by someone, and he decided to take it upon himself to figure out what happened and see if he could save her, because he now had the opportunity to do so, and it had been secretly eating at him his whole life. The person that got framed for it ended up being someone that had nothing to do with it. He was a nice guy, and it was a guy that the main character knew, and he knew that the guy was innocent, but the police didn't care because they put a hat with a hat, and it seemed like that guy was to blame for everything. In case you want to watch the show, I'm not going to spoil too much in this video. All I'm going to say is, if you're given the chance to correct the wrong that has happened, always take it. No matter what might play out from it, always take it, because allowing something to happen, and if you know it's going to happen and you allow it to happen, you're just as wrong as the person who did it. So always go for it and to help. And that's what he did in this situation. He started treating the girl better. He started inviting her over. They had a birthday party for the girl. He genuinely treated her like she mattered to someone. And it made a difference every day. And he just wanted to make sure that she knew that she was cared about. She didn't leave the world without being cared about. He wanted to save her. He genuinely in his heart wanted to save her. And this was a very noble thing for him. His mom, in the present day, his mom had got killed by the same killer that killed the girl. His mom had actually caught the guy in an act of kidnapping another child and stopped it. And she started doing some digging, and she figured out who the killer was. And during doing this, the killer found out that she knew and then went to kill her. And when he killed her, a few minutes later, her son shows up and the neighbor shows up at the same time. And it's looking real grim for the son, because the knife is there. The son discovers the body. He screams. He bags out of the apartment. The old lady sees it. She calls the cops. He runs. Instead of staying and explaining that he just got home as well, he runs. Really, they could have just saw that he just got off work, and the timeline would have matched up with what was going on. But he decided to run and go on a run, and this made him prime suspect number one. So he had to not only dodge the police in present day, but when he decided to slip back into the past, which he goes unconscious when he does this, he decided to trust his coworker with his body. So whenever he would slip back into the past, he would go there, try to live out his days, and try to fix the situation and figure out who the killer was, because now figuring out who the killer was helps him figure out who killed his mom. This show gave me many ups and downs. Oh my God, it was so amazing. I was on the edge of my seat. I was on the edge of my seat the entire time, and I would not take back a single second that I spent watching this show. If I could watch it all over again for the first time, I most definitely would. This show was that amazing, and I suggest that you all go and watch it. If you really want to figure out who the killer is, you can guess the entire show, and you will not figure out who it is. I promise you. That's how stumped it had me. It was more big brain than Death Note was. Anyway, that'll be all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Be cool.
I said I wake up in the morning and turn my trap on, and if you thinking I ain't scrouting, bro, you think wrong.